morning. We are in Eureka, California.
Eureka!
Eureka, I found it. We are gonna be going along the coastline up into Oregon. The California coast up here is probably one of the most gorgeous drives you could do.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
All right, guys. I finally bought myself a kettle so I can make my own coffee. I have literally never used this type of coffee maker before. Percolator. Pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. I dumped some coffee grounds in. I didn't measure because why would you? Put some water in and we'll see how it goes. So if I did this wrong, don't laugh at me. Just enjoy the ride. I actually did find instructions. But now we're just gonna watch the clear dome. Something's happening. We're seeing some color.
What do we think?
It looks like a good color. It's a little too hot. I like my coffee a little colder than this. So I have to wait for it to cool down. And then I'll let you guys know.
I have a question for you. Do you like Disney?
No. Just kidding. Yes, I do. Alright, here I go. My first brewed cup of coffee. That's not bad. I've had better coffee. It tastes very weak. Like the color looks really nice, but it doesn't taste like a very strong cup of coffee, which I love. I love that nice bitter taste. But I think this is a reasonable cup of coffee for anybody else who enjoys coffee. Today is laundry day, and we have been piling up our laundry for quite a while. We're both almost out of clean clothes, so we thought we would get it done today. We have a huge pile of clothes, plus our towels, and our sheets.
This is about to be a lot of quarters.
You won!
I should have brought a bag.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Here, you want your 2 quarters? While we do laundry, we also, or I will also vacuum our floors, which I don't just do on laundry day, I do it all the time. But vacuum the floors and give the rug a good shake out, because I hate when you're walking barefoot and you can just feel stuff on your feet. That's one of my pet peeves. I love laundry day because everything's clean all together. The dogs hate it because that means we take away their beds and they don't get to snuggle up in our sheets. At the cusp of the Redwood Forest, the State National Park, and there's nothing better than a beach view and a mountain view. The dogs are loving it, we're loving it, so gorgeous, the weather's amazing. Are those reindeer? Where's Santa? It's June.
They're huge. They're so freaking big. That guy over there told me that they can grow up to 1,200 pounds.
You can't see him. This is in the front, barking at the elk. What are you doing?
See, the sickest spots are back here.
Here we are, home sweet home. I didn't know you could read and cook at the same time.
Yes, yes.
I had a recipe for tonight. We had all the ingredients, and then the campsite that we're staying at has 0 service. So I'm winging it. I hope it tastes delicious.
Our campsite has no service.
I have bug spray in my mouth.
Do I look pretty?
A real banana slug. Jeremy doesn't believe me that when you find a banana slug, you have to put it on your face.
I'm not falling for that. This is what Californians say to out-of-staters. Like, yeah, put it on your face.
No, we used to do that when we would go to science camp in middle school. You just put it on your face and like let it crawl around. It was a thing to do. A little friendly little competition over dinner. Tonight we're gonna try out campfire stories. They have instructions on what you can do, but we're just gonna pull out a card. All right, mine says an unexpected animal encounter. And I actually have a few, and they all involve the same animal, and it is also my worst fear. But the first time I remember, I was taking a tiny little hike with my younger sister and one of my cousins, and we were just having the best time, and all of a sudden in our path there was a rattlesnake. There was no way to go around it because just the terrain on each side, we had to go over it. And I remember my younger sister just was like, okay guys, we gotta go run and jump. She took off and jumped over the snake and it was fine. I grabbed my little cousin's hand and I was like, all right, we're doing this together. And I swear I started to hear a rattle as we got closer, but we ran and jumped over it, and thankfully we got it alive. No one got bit. I never want to do that again. And yet it's happened like 3 or 4 more times.
Your favorite or your worst travel companion? My sister and I traveled a lot over the past like handful of years, and so like we went to Italy and for like 2 weeks. But that's just reminded me of how this happened. Is she went to lunch with some friends, and they were talking about how cheap they found these like flights to Paris. So she came home from lunch, and we were living together at the time, and she was like, "These flights are so cheap. Tell me about it." And we were like, "All right, let's go to Paris." And like we were like, "Looks like this weekend's actually pretty cheap." And it was like maybe like a Monday or Tuesday. We realized her passport was not renewed, so we could not do that. So then we were bummed. Then we were like, all right, we can actually get it renewed, and within 2 weeks, and then we can leave for Italy. And she was a great travel companion during that.
Small.
Wally B, this kind of thing. Where's Paul Bunyan? See him. We drove to here, got gas in Willow Creek. We drove all the way to here, to Eureka, spent a couple days. Then we drove up to that little sliver of beach right there for 2 days. We explored the little tiny town of Orrick, and then we camped right here. Now we're right here, and we are headed up to Oregon.
I bet you guys didn't think I was real, did you?
I did not fall. My favorite part of Paul Bunyan was there's someone that operates a mic and like talks through Paul to people that are down below. And I don't think the guy could tell. It was an older guy, and he was like breathing really heavily into the mic. So like Paul Bunyan would be like, "Hello there, I'm Paul Bunyan." Like really loud. And Paul Bunyan's like hand like waves real slowly, and his right eye like spasms as it tries to wink. It's like
He's been around for a very long time. He's probably really old.
Yeah, he probably is extremely old. And honestly, like the most enviable chest hair of all time. Like thicker than the hair on his head and his beard.
This was our dinner from last night.